midnight. This is how it ended. But to understand why, we need to go back to March 2025. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot the warning signs of a betrayal before it's too late. 0:45 to begin. It all started on March 1st, 2025, when Sarah and Emily were inseparable best friends. They had known each other since high school and had been through thick and thin together. Sarah was the only child of a wealthy family, and her parents had recently passed away, leaving her a substantial inheritance. Sarah trusted Emily with her life. They shared everything from their deepest
secrets to their wildest dreams. Little did Sarah know that this trust would soon be shattered. 2:30 early development. As the months went by, Sarah began to notice some strange behavior from Emily. She would often ask detailed questions about Sarah's finances and inheritance plans. At first, Sarah brushed it off, thinking Emily was just curious. But as time passed, the questions became more frequent and intrusive. On July 15, 2025, Sarah received a call from her lawyer, informing her that there were discrepancies in her inheritance documents. Sarah was shocked and immediately suspected foul play. She confronted Emily, but Emily denied any involvement and claimed she was just concerned about Sarah's well-being. 4:30, the escalation. But 3 weeks later, everything changed. On October 1st, 2025, Sarah discovered that Emily had been secretly meeting with her parents' former business partners. Sarah was devastated. She couldn't believe that her best friend would betray her like this. Sarah decided to gather evidence against Emily. She hired a private investigator to follow Emily and collect any information that could prove her guilt. As the investigation progressed, Sarah uncovered more and more shocking details about Emily's scheme. 6 o'clock, the plot thickens. On November 10, 2025, Sarah confronted Emily with the evidence she had gathered. Emily was caught red-handed and had no choice but to confess. She admitted that she had been planning to steal Sarah's inheritance for months. Sarah was furious and immediately severed all ties with Emily. But the real surprise is coming. Sarah wasn't done yet. She wanted justice, and she was determined to get it. 7 o'clock, the tipping point. On December 1st, 2025, Sarah took legal action against Emily. She filed a lawsuit for fraud and breach of trust. The case went to court, and the judge ruled in Sarah's favor. Emily was ordered to pay restitution and was banned from ever contacting Sarah again. Emily was devastated. She had lost everything: her friendship, her reputation, and her freedom. She realized too late that her greed had cost her dearly. 9 o'clock, the fallout. The fallout was swift and brutal. Emily's family disowned her, and her friends turned their backs on her. She was left alone and penniless. Sarah, on the other hand, emerged stronger and more determined than ever. She used the experience to become more cautious and trusting only those who truly deserve. But what she didn't know was that the story wasn't over yet. 10:30, where we are now. Fast forward to April 2026, and Sarah is now living a happy and fulfilling life. She has found new friends who genuinely care about her and have no hidden agendas. Emily, however, is still struggling to rebuild her life. She has learned a valuable lesson about the dangers of greed and betrayal. If you're enjoying this, hit subscribe. We post stories like this every day, and you don't want to miss the next one. 11:30, what comes next? What comes next? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, justice always finds a way. Sarah's story is a reminder that we should never take our friendships for granted and always be vigilant against potential threats. Subscribe and hit the bell. We drop new niche content every single day. The next story is even crazier. If you like this, watch Describe next video top.